What's up, Trios Tribe? Another weekend, another set of events. We're gonna start off this week with BT17.5. Still, I know we just got EX7, but all the events are still BT17 plus ban list. So this should be the last suite of events, and then we're on to EX7, which is exciting. There's a lot of little cards in there that do kind of shake up the meta a little bit. Maybe Green Birds has an advantage. Maybe that Puppet Dragons thing is kind of cool. We'll see going forward. However, anyway, this one comes from us, Spain, Homelands, Spain online regional. They had an event. I think it was like yesterday or something, or from when I was recording this. Someone on Twitter helped me out. Oh man, what is his name? The long and sweet short of it is I'm an American. I have a hard time following our own events. So I really do appreciate when other people from their own regions hook me up with the lists or help me out, just making me aware that an event even happened. Edgar, we're gonna go Enho, E-N-H-O. Edgar, E-N-H-O. Edgarenho. Edgarenho. Cool guy. 173 players is a little larger than I think there was an Oceania event, or there's a TAC event that I haven't covered yet, but that was a little smaller. This is 8 rounds, that was 7 rounds. We'll talk about that one in the future. But anyway, I appreciate when people help me out, making me aware of those events, because we really don't just do this for, just so you guys have it, man. Like, this is the only real reason I do it. If you think I do it for anything else other than for you guys, you're out of your mind. Anyway, oh man, Ancient Guru went off this tournament. I went off. We just had a whole conversation with Zenitsu about like the blue problem, and there's 5 Ancient Gurumons, 3 Magna X's, 3 Imperials, 2 Dexterugumon, 1 7 Great Demon Lord, 1 Fenrir, and another Omni Ace. It's nice to see Omni Ace still trying to show up, still showing up in numbers, along with Fenrir Lugumon, two really cool decks that I enjoy, and I'm glad that they have some sort of physical representation. But no, the blue problem, it's weird, man. Like, I get it. You see the pie chart and you're like, that's 3 blue decks. Oh my god, it's more than half it's obviously more than half the field. It's all blue all day, blue problem. And there is a level to me that understands where you people are coming from. There is also a level to me that is so removed from, I feel like, unless you're a purple player, I feel like most of us have moved past. I think Digimon is just kind of a game that has moved past colors. Does that make sense? Like, I know in the beginning it was very common, like, I'm a blue player, I'm a green player, I'm a this player. It's like nowadays it's just like, I play Ancient Guru, I play Fenrir, I play, those are my 2 big decks. I play Melga. Those are like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm more like, I consider myself more based on the archetypes I'm playing than it is like the color. So it just, I'm removed. So like, I look at this and I'm like, oh, it's just, we actually have, what is this? 4 + 7 different decks in the top 16. Not too bad. Not the best we've seen, but not too bad. But like, I get people being like, oh, it's blue everywhere. And then like, that gets to the next conversation of, what do you hit? If you really think there's a blue problem, what do you hit? Like, we can go into it. We will go into it. But you look at Ancient, Magna X, and Imperial. Those are all 3 blue decks. Sure, Imperial is kind of both green and blue. But like, for the most part, unless excluding things like trainings and memory boost, those 3 decks, like, what they share like 1 card in between them. They're pretty much running 59 different cards, depending if they want to run Hammer Sparks or maybe similar removal. I mean, you never know. We'll see in the lists. Like, they're just 3 completely different decks, completely different engines, completely different cards. I mean, the Ancient Guru deck is running red, yellow, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a blue problem, but I don't know, man. Let's just get into the lists. That's probably healthier for everyone if we just start talking about the list. We're gonna start. God help me with these names. I love Spain. It's a great place. All their names have hats, and we're gonna have to deal with that. Oh, this list only has 49 cards. Where did I miss? Pause. All right, we unpaused. We're fixed. Ugh. Anyway, anyway, Spain's got a lot of hats on their name, so God help me here. Inigo Alberola Lopez. Omni Ace, 14th place. Off the back of just, Omnimon seeing just a little bit of tops in almost every event now. People are really honing in on what they like and how to play the deck. I don't think this deck has I think 10 cards you can play with, and it's more about just learning how to play. It does feel like the kind of deck where you just kind of have to learn how to play it into every matchup one at a time. So we'll slowly see more and more success with it. But yeah, no, we're seeing some similarities towards the previous lists that we've reviewed on the channel. Well, it's just like the shortening of less of the secret rares from BT 14 and 15, maxing out basically all the new stuff minus Agumon, because we have other Agumons we can go into. What's surprising to me is we're using Agumon, the searching Agumon Ultra S, instead of Gabumon. From my understanding, one of the hardest things about the deck is just finding Metal Garuru tends to be harder than finding War Greymon. So I mean, to each their own. Blue card is the interesting tech choice of the deck. We see this card come up time and time again. It's a cool searching card, and sometimes you can just Digivolve, and if you whiff on the Digivolve, you search for 3 and you get any Digimon of that collection to hand. Not bad. 4 of the option card. Our option card is nuts. And then Ultra B, insane card. Black Tie. I like Black Tie. I mean, it's if you have blocker for some reason. Where do you get? There's Raid. I know the deck has Raid. Black Tie. Why? Where do we get blocker? He got blocker. He has Omnimon as blocker. Oh man, that took me a second. Anyway, Ultra B, one hell of a card. Ultra S is interesting that this is here. The DNA requirements are pretty minimal, so are pretty not restrictive. The only problem is the Alterns effect is specifically Blitz Greymon and Crest Garurumon, so you can go into Ultra S, get a lot of removal going, and then just capstone it with Ultra B anyway. And I think you can even and a card from hand may DNA into a Digimon, so it just kind of allows you to double protect, get some removal, just more Omnimons in hand. So once you have established at least one level 6, the other in hand, you have that setup more consistently, just because you have more Omnimons, if that makes sense. You don't have to ace, right? It doesn't have to be the ace. It just needs with Omnimon in its name, right? So cool list, glad to see it. Coromon, best draw egg in the game, man. And just a cool list, man. Let's get rid of that. And then Fenrir Lugumon. Next up is, like I said, Fenrir Lugumon. This is 8th place. Raul Rios Delgado. Raul Rios Delgado. Fenrir Lugumon. At this point, there's not a lot to say about Fenrir Lugumon. It's whether or not they are on the Dorugamon level 4 little mini package. We're seeing the return of Hell Lugumon into these lists just because it is such a good just hand filter, hand cycling, just draw 2. Especially with 4 analog use, we are going to be using that card. Cutting down on both of our level 6s to make room for maybe more options and just flesh out our rookie count. No, this is pretty normal rookie count. Fit in more Tyrannos. We do have the Skull Baluchimon. It's becoming a mainstay in the deck. It makes me sad I never picked up the pre-release uncommons, but whatever. Those went up through the roof now. And then 3 of our 6s. Congrats on 8th. I just don't have a lot to say about this deck anymore, man. It's pretty solved. It's just you know, we're always going to see 1 or 2 Fenrir Lugamons make it, and it's always exciting to see because I like the deck. Maybe Scrambles kind of changes the game. This deck, that's probably the next innovation this deck is going to see, is once we see Scrambles, we'll start seeing some interesting options there. Maybe someone will experiment with more of a like Dark Animal package. We see a lot of those cards shifting around, and you never know, maybe we'll see it. Yeah, no, that's it. Get to talk about Imperial, which I think we have 3 Imperials. Yeah, we'll talk about, we have 3 different Imperials. This is Juan Carlos Montez Ramos. Again, just similar to Fenrir Lugo. Actually, the 2 purple Wormons kind of stands out to me. A lot less Vmon, but then we still have both Lydramon and Togomogumon, interesting enough. And then like we tech in the Magna, this is the armor. We do have like an armor package in here. Interesting that we decided of splitting our armors 1 and 1. What are their counts? We got 4, 6, 7, slightly more. We have pretty equal, all things considered. And then the busted level 4s. These gain memory level 4s I will continue to be on record that if we want to hit Imperial, these are the 2 cards that need to get hit to 1, if not banned. However, I get it. I'm not sitting here advocating for a ban. I'm just saying that's probably where I'd go. A lot of people's eyes kind of go to the Tamer, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not so much that it wouldn't kill the deck. It's just so much like, that's not how I want the deck to be hit. It's a weird take. Anyway, this was 15th place, Juan's list. Nothing too much to say. It's just this. It's got the armor. It's an armor package. We actually have more. We actually decided to go BT12, a little more control-y, a little more, you know, less attack 7 times in a single turn. But it's still Imperial. They just, and when they have it, man. That's all I really can say. Next list is Alvaro Gomez Casado. 9th place. And more of like just a traditional go hard, go fast. We will see it. We're gonna see it. We got the XVmon level 4 from EX1. It has its own jamming, so you can attack and just get jamming, which is busted. 8 level 5, so we were just not refusing to brick on level 5s. Both of them being DNAs. Or both of them being Pyldras that unsuspend, attack twice, and then there's the traditional top end package here, 1 Paladin mode. I always find it interesting when people don't do 2 Paladin mode. It almost feels like if you're gonna do Paladin mode at all, you should do 2, just so you have that flexibility of Paladin moning your opponent and then doing it yourself. Gain the 3 memory if that stack was dealt with, and just like being able to go, being able to loop 2 makes sense to me, and it's weird when people don't. Again, 2 purple Wormmon is funny, and then we're just like, is this enough rookies? Hold up, 8, 12. Oh my god, 8, 11, 12, 13 rookies. I think 14 is the general standard. Am I miscounting? No, it's 13. It's 13 is by my count. Yeah, 13 rookies. I feel like 14 tends to be the standard. So we're and then we got a perfect split on our level 4s. Yeah, 4-2 on the Tamers. Most people do this, but sometimes I see the dual Tamer go to 3, and I get it. You don't have to see it in multiples. You just need to see the 1. Congrats on 8th. No, that was 9th place. And 7th place, this is Francisco Jose Munzo Vereda. No. Megadeth. Ooh. Megadeth, Hidden Potential, Ice Wall. Did I say this is 7th place. 3 of the Progenitor, 4-2. Man, we got a collection of cards in this one. Only 1 purple Wormmon, 1 red Vmon. All the searchers we need, because we need to see this end of turn DNA. It's just without the end of turn DNA, we don't have a deck. We have the promo Vmon, just a Digivolve for a little cheaper. This Vmon is underrated. I think the DP is going to start gaining some favor as long as we can still maintain the end of turn DNA Digivolution. And then again, even both of the level 4s that gain us memory, and then just an armor package, just so our math, or for our statistics on finding 2 different level 4s is really good. Again, only playing double unsuspending Paildramons, 4 of the busted 16 one, and then 3 of the starter deck where the previous list was on 4. 1 fighter mode, 3 dragon mode. No, we're playing hidden potential without starter deck dragon mode. That's a takeaway. And then 2 paladin mode ace. Like I said, it's kind of nice having that recursion, or the availability to recur. So you go them and then me. Makes sense. Yeah, so now we get to talk about our 7 Great Demon Lords, our only 7 Great Demon Lords. This is Alex Rodriguez, 6th place, 7 Great Demon Lords. Just similar to Omni Ace, we're probably, unless something gets really figured out with how to play the deck or a new card comes in, maybe Shoto's the key to seeing 7 Great Demon Lords. Again, this was still 17.5. EX7 hasn't hit yet. But we're seeing some interesting stuff here. The most notably, I saw, this isn't the first time I've seen Akio Kurata as the tamer, as a tamer in this deck. I mean, you're playing Belphemon, right? So like there's, in theory, like you're not going to lose all of this. But the key thing is at the end of the opponent's turn, you can draw 1, trash 1. And sometimes what this does is allows you to keep a Gudamon safe in your hand until absolutely necessary. Which I think that's such an interesting take. I think, Tessero just played in, from the time of recording this, I just saw Tessero play Kurata in the Eagle's Nest tournament on Monday. And it's interesting. It makes sense. It's one of those key cards where you play it, you look at it for a second, and then like as your gears are turning, you're like, wait, actually, that's insane. Maybe not insane, but you get my point. So yeah, Akio Kurata probably is an interesting card. We'll see if this card remains in the deck after Shoto is introduced. There's a world where you just don't have the room for it anymore. This deck's trying to do a lot and fit in a lot. Like you even see here the little mini Mastamon loop that they're capable of is very important. Not very important, but like it's just another thing, right? Shine Ruin modes, very important. Leviathan package with Biting Crush, very important. You need the one of calling. You need just a lot of things. We see like we can't even fit the Beelzemon X antibody in this list with its accompanying option because of all the things we're running. Did I say this person's name? Yeah, Alex Rodriguez, 6th place. But it was interesting. I'm not sure who can claim like, oh, I did it first, depending, whatever. But either way, Kurata is a very interesting addition to the deck. I think it does have its place, especially in the world where Paladin mode, like, oh, I'm gonna Paladin mode you, refresh your graveyard or trash, and now you're that Agudamon that was there isn't. But then Psych, discard 1, draw 1, discard 1, busted. But yeah, no, that's all I really have to say about them 7 Great Demon Lords. It's a deck to keep your eyes on, especially moving forward with Shoto coming out. Next, we get to talk about armors. Magnamon X. This is 13th place. Joao, J-O-A with a hat. Oh, Joao. Oh, man, Sosa. I tried. Magnamon X, just another list. We've seen it time and time again. I keep at No Shu Yulin. So the keynotes, No Shu Yulin. Interesting. It's a good card. We do have the Jesmon GX packaged in, so we can go for a really aggressive turn. Death Xmon because we can fit it. Blinding Ray because we need to proc our own Magnamon X without attacking. Ice Wall, Final Zubagon Punch, Heaven's Judgment, really good. Awakening because it's at 1 and it's a busted card. And cutting from our Magnamons to fit in 2 Flame Dramons, only 2 Zudamon Ace. I feel like people were starting to gravitate towards 3 Zudamon, and because we don't have booster trainings, we have a lot of rookies. Armor Rush traditionally just needs to see its rookies, it needs to see its 4s. Especially just leaving them on the board so Zudamon Ace can be a thing is important. So here's what it is. 4 of the promo Davis, 2 of the best green tamer in the game, Davis Monomiya. Grats. This is, in case I didn't say who the names is, 13th place, Joao Sosa, Mr. Sosa. Then we get to move on to 11th place, Jose Juan Gonzalez. very similar rookie top end with 3 Flamedramons instead, cutting more from the BT13, only 1 Zudomon ace, but we got time to fill in with Paladin mode, Quartzmon, only 2 Blinding Rays, but we're fitting in Blinding or Fire Rocket. We're fitting in Trident Arms, only 1 Heaven's Judgment, and then 3 boosts and the Shooting. So we found room to fit all the fancy tech except for Ruin mode. No Ruin mode, no Death X. So did I say the name? I think I did. Juan, yeah, Jose Juan Gonzalez, 11th place. Again, just Blue Magnamon X is kind of been solved. The Trident Arm does stand out as a very interesting tech that you ran. If you can let us know why you would run it over Zubagon, or why you would run it over Kongu or Breath of the Gods. Just interesting stuff. You know, these are things I want to know. This is what this comment section and videos tend to be. Why would you play? I mean, I can come up with reasons. I'm more saying like Juan or Jose Juan Gonzalez. You know, let us know why you felt like Trident Arm was the play over any other black option, for example. Cool. And this is probably the most, we wrote it down as Magnamon X because obviously that is the main boss monster. But this is Shakuman, Teacup Man. The legendary Teacup Man is this is such an interesting list, and this is 5th place Juan Fernando Munoz. That N has a hat. Peña, so it's Peña, so Munoz Tornel. Oh man, I'm trying. 5th place Chikaomon. This is such an interesting list, man. You get to heal. The original one that lets you heal and remove a Digimon, bounce a Digimon based on how much security you have. And then this one, you're on then if you did an A, place one of your opponent's Digimon with as high or lower level as the number of cards in your security. Same effect. This Digimon isn't affected by the effects of your opponent's Digimon. So you have protection on your way up to Magnamon X Antibody. And then you can also go on top of Vikemon Ace, one of the best cards that came out of BT16 in my opinion. Vikemon Ace also being able to Digivolve on Chikaomon for a cost of 3 instead of 4 in case you want a hard Digivolve and not Ace. And then we got Armadillomons, Pillowmons, and Kilomons. The only thing I see this deck tripping up on is potentially seeing if you see this blue Shikaomon or Teacup Man instead of, you know, these either of these blue guys. That's hard. That's only 4 in the deck, and TK has a lot of whiff targets. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a lot of whiff. The TK can whiff, and that's scary. This TK, being able to Digivolve will slowly become the best keyword in the game, mark my words. So don't disrespect Cody and TK. Also, I mean, Davis and Ken, just play one of these guys and do it for free. You can, again, checking for your security, it just has to be, oh my god, 1 yellow or black card with two colors, and that's every deck card in here except for Paladin Mode Ace is the only 2-color card without blue or yellow in it. So, or black and yellow in it, I should say, my bad. Kind of nuts. I mean, you miss out on all these rookies, but like you have your own end of turn, the DNA, reduce their security, so you have like pseudo jamming when you're a little bigger. You get all turns plus 1k, all turns plus 1k. Oh my god, this deck is so much good. Oh, this is so cool. I wish we marked it as slightly different, but you guys get the point. Instead of Pyldra, we're playing more defensive, we're playing more control-y, we're gonna ace you, we're gonna Magnamon X wall you out. We got the Niarumon to trash our top security, gain 1 memory, proc our Magnamon X when attacking before anything bad can happen to us. What an interesting list, Juan. This is a really cool list, and this is the kind of stuff I love seeing. Yeah, we'll just talk about the next list. Now we get to talk about, is it finally time to talk about all 5 Ancient Gurus? Yes. Yeah, no, we get to talk about all 5 ancient Garurumon lists. So this one is Gabu Bond, or this is not even, this is weird. It's like not even Gabu Bond. Ugh. Like we wrote it, it's got ancient Garu as the boss monster, so we put it as part of the pie chart. But as you can see, like we're playing, man, how do we what an interesting list, man. Like, I definitely saw this beforehand, but like, all right, we got the Gabumon from BT15, which is really good Gabumon formats. We're playing the Lu and the Ukomons because we need that combo along with Analog Youth, so we can complete the game plan of, we can establish our game plan of just rushing Gabumons. We got Lobomon into Ancient, we got Lament of Friendship to self-delete Ancient Guru, have it come back, which is busted. Can we even bring back Ruin mode with this? Let me see. On deletion, then one of your Digimon with Garurumon in its name gains on deletion. Play this card without paying the cost. So in theory, if for whatever reason you are able to go Ancient Guru into Shine, I think you can play the Shine, or do you lose it? Do you lose it when? Or do you lose it? No, you don't lose. I believe you can go into Ruin mode, self-delete, and then play the Ruin mode, which is kind of nasty in itself. Assuming you went from Ancient Guru, Lament, then Digivolve into Ruin mode. I think that's how that works. Kind of cool, kind of nutty. And then just a crazy tamer package to just fill in all the rest of this list. Supreme Cannon for anything that goes wide. We do have Garurumon in name, so we can bounce 5Ks or lowers. I love that. I always loved Supreme Cannon. Finding time to make Supreme Cannon work is always a great time for me. The OG Kendo Garurumon, because bouncing level 3s is definitely a relevant ability. And then yeah, no, this is, I didn't even say this guy's name. 16th place, Jesus Navarro Martinez. That's a sick list. A very sick list. I'm glad you had success with it. Now going to more standard ancient Garurus, we'll talk about 10th place, Hector La Lanza Salas. And you know, back to the more traditional, I would say more traditional ancient Garuru. We're playing the 4 Ukomons, we're playing one of the banned ones, we're playing a Lu, find room for 2 Digimon Emperors, even 2 purple mats, so we can Digivolve Lobomon and still meet the condition to warp into Ancient. 1 Sylphie, 2 Bayo, because you know Digivolving 5s for 1 is really good, and then if you know it's a matchup where you're not afraid of your Ancient Guru getting bounced or bottom decked, leaving this on board to just still get deleted is still good. 2 Bokomon because he's insane in the deck. 3 Crimson Blaze seems really high, and then our removal of choice, instead of Heaven's Judgment, we've decided Full Moon Meteor Impact is the play, which, you know, a lot of people, there's not really decks right now that are trying to discard a lot, so take advantage of that. You probably play this for 6 most of the time, so also if this isn't security. Yeah, 2 Emperor, but yeah, no, beyond that, you know, we got Murakamon, we got Dwayne The Rock Johnson. No, it's a good list. One of Digimon is an important note. I don't like doing the Digimon. I'd prefer Yokomon personally, just because it's like I don't want to have to hope. I don't want to hope on a Digimon. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. That's about it. Like as long as you get your first Ancient combo, the Yokomon is live. This Digimon has to be pretty specific, which is kind of like you need it at the right time, and if you don't get it at the right time, I don't like playing like that. But I understand why Digimon's in the deck, don't get me wrong. But either way, congrats, Hector, 10th place. This is, now this we get to talk about at least another interesting Ancient Guru list. This is 4th place, Ivan Serrano Martin. God damn. Oh man, this is an interesting list. We decided to take Marcus Hybrid, and then just instead of the yellow hybrids, we're playing the new cooler yellow hybrids. Oh man, this list is wild, man. Actually wild. Playing, you know, the Ukomons and the Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because good meta calls, along with Crimson Blaze. Heaven's Judgment, again, meta call. Playing the Ancient package that I don't want to go into too much. Finding room for Zudomon Ace instead of Beowulf, interesting. Jet Sylphies, and only 1 Koji, unblockable Koji. After that, we are playing for our Marcus hybrid. For our Marcus hybrid situation, we're playing 4 of the Agumon that turn Marcus into a Digimon. We're playing a couple of the ones that start a main phase if you have a yellow tamer, gain 1 memory, which almost all our tamers are, or will get us to a yellow tamer, because we are playing 2 of the baby Tai and Karis to allow us to play into Tai and Kari from BT9. Not a bad card. Playing Final Shining Burst, -12, play a Marcus for 8, which is technically, if you're playing this Marcus off of Final Shine, it's actually -15, so you're getting over more stuff, which is also still very gross, and honestly relevant numbers. I mean, I think Dexteruga gets to like 14, 15 if they have the correct all turns effects, so that's very relevant. And then yeah, just like the ancient package, Marcus gives you 3, and then we're avoiding all the stuff that like forces you to have like inheritables. Like we're not playing any of the ancient guardian deities for that reason, because we can't, the only tamer we can play off of that is this Koji. We've successfully dodged all the things that say tamer with inheritable. So TK sets himself for a kendo combo, Marcus sets himself up for a kendo combo. Even Tai and Kari, if like it's towards the end of the game, they set you up for a kendo combo as well. And then Revelation of Light is active because we're playing so many Karis, allowing you to dig through your security, pull a level 4, really relevant for this deck. Finding both of these is the deck. And then you get the playset at the top of security, and then the minus blanket 5k. All of your opponent's Digimon and their security Digimon get minus until the end of your turn. So they have it until, oh, does that get around, wait, does that must get around, if they check into security, that must get around partition. This guy was thinking, because if it's till the end of your turn, security effect on their turn, you bounce their guy, they partition, they're dead. That goes hard. That's man, people. This guy's got this guy's got it. But that's Ivan's 4th place list. We gotta go into 3rd place list because we still gotta talk about a lot of stuff. We return with 3rd place, Angel Cardenas Cordoba. 3rd place, not to like deflate because everyone earned it. More standard, traditional USA, Ancient Guru, we're playing. Only 3 Ukamons, but we made room for the Bokomon, 2 of the Dwayne the Rock Jochins, 4 Murakamon. Nope, not playing any additional level 4s, just living off of these 8 and being happy with. Found room for 1 Zudomon, Bao's Jet Sylphie make their return. Death Xmon is a card I feel like should be more prevalent in this deck. And again, our 1-ofs, 3 Deity, 2 Crimson Blaze, which I think is correct, 2 Heaven's Judgment, and then we're finding room for an extra 2 Full Moon Meteor Impact. So we just have a removal suite. 2 Digimon Emperor, good meta call. We actually had to cut one of our memory set of Kojis to fit all this stuff in. 1 Lu with only 3 Ukamons is interesting to me, but sometimes you just need that. That's just that 1 extra swing, right? And then 1 Zoe. No, interesting list. Not much to say, Angel, but 3rd place, congrats. And then another slightly more interesting Ancient Guru list we're gonna play with. This is 2nd place, Alejandro Santana Gonzalez. Is this the right Shikaomon? Do I have to go back and check? Oh boy. Let me double check that this is the correct Shikaomon, and then like our importer didn't just mess up. Shikaomon, nope, Shikaomon BT16. I guess we're just never DNAing this card. So we're only gonna do until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon isn't affected by the effects of their Digimon. Okay, so we're just gonna hard Digivolve into this thing for 4, which is rough. Then if DNA then that doesn't matter, and then we Then we have a Vikemon Ace target or Valkyremon Ace. So this is our play. We Digivolve here, and then we just hope that they don't remove us via option. So we have ace potential, which again, Valkyrie, Vikemon ace, both very powerful aces. We have Edamon also to do the same thing, except force the attack and then force our ace, which is beyond interesting as well. Ancient Garuru package, obvious, one ofs. Only two deity, one Lu, again, kind of, oh no, we have the full 5 Ukamon for Lu, 2 purple mat to allow us to Lobomon without Kendo, which is nice, 4 Dwayne The Rock Johnsons, and 4 Murakamons to round out our rookie lineup, and playing in the return of Yokomon. So that's cool. Yeah, that's just cool. Congrats on, I think this was 3rd place? No, this was, oh, sorry, that was 2nd place. So this list is actually Alejandro Centena Gonzalez. With the A has a hat and someone else's A doesn't have a hat. Oh man, is that different last names or did someone just forget the hat? You guys tell me. Anyway, 12th place, Angel Biosca. 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 I tried. Purple-based Arugamon makes its return. Using the new Baumon, which is the BT17 one, when a tamer gets placed under, or when an effect places a tamer card under, you may Digivolve into an SOC from the trash, allowing you to be a little more careless with your discards, but still allowing you to Digivolve. It's just interesting to see purple base, like in NA, for the most part, I feel like black base is the only one that's doing well. Whereas everywhere else, they're seeing success with purple base. And that's just continuously interesting. There's reasons to play both, don't get me wrong. And I'm kind of, I guess, NA brain, but I'm kind of just a believer in black base being the better, just like I can just play with my cards better. It's interesting that they actually decided to play the one of Doru Greymon, because this guy isn't an SOC, so there is a lot of whiffing with this guy. He's an X antibody, but you can't put AG under him. You have to put AG under earlier. You can go into Dexter Rugama. Like everything it's just slightly weird. Like he doesn't Digivolve on top of Tyranno where the others do. It's just slightly awkward. But it works. This did I say this person's name? I think I did. This was Angel, 12th place. Purple base doing its thing. Nothing stands out to me as too crazy. If you're playing purple base, this is just no Death X is interesting. I feel like maybe the deck wants to kind of move towards having Death X mon, but what do I know? I'm just a guy. And then we got to talk about our first place list. Felix Artagaviatia. Oh my god. Artagavetia Sika. Felix. Sorry. Number 1. Number 2, Grats on first place. Again, playing purple base, but mixing it up slightly. We are seeing Kotsuke in here along with accompanying Dorumon, so not like full on Cracker Fang AG. We got the 2 Digimon Emperor. We found room for 2 Protoform. I do like Protoform overall in Doru Goromon, Dex Doru Goromon. I like Protoform, period. Black base, purple base, I like the card in the deck. 1 Demon Castle of the 9 Wolves, 4 trainings, 3 Analog Youths. Analog Youths are interesting. I haven't played a list personally. I think both of them had Analog Youths. We see Mega Dramon. We're not playing that one of. This actually is the one of slot from the previous list. I think they actually were on 2 of the decks though. But I like Mega Dramon. Mega Dramon helps you. It does things that you want to do in the deck. That's I can't say anything else but that. It's a good card. That's why honestly this card is one of the reasons I like black base over purple base, and so them moving it here just makes sense to me. Beyond that, again, just 1 Shine Ruin mode, no Death X stands out to me. 3 and 3 split on our level 6s, and that's about it. No, that's about it. 2 Tyrannos, 1 Memory Setter AG, 3 Memory Gaining AGs. No, that's a good list. No, I mean, I feel like I don't give first place players enough credit, but there's other videos out there that could probably give them the credit. And you know, they did. Obviously the list worked, man. First place, Dexteruga Black Purple base is really cool. Dexterugamon is a really strong deck, has access to Digivolve. Digivolve is becoming one of the key players in the game right now, and this deck has good access to it. Good collision. Collision is a really interesting mechanic and changes the way how people have to play against the deck is really important. So just being able to do these things is very powerful. And that's about it. That's about it. I'll get to the TAC one later in the week. We'll see. I tend to fall off towards the end of a format just because new cards are out. So why am I talking about old stuff? But give people their credit. This is eggmanevents.com. Please link us. Please send us in decks. Please send us tournaments. I know it may be daunting to message us on Twitter or something, but both of our DMs are open. And so just ask. Just tell us that's how this post was even made. Someone went out of their way to be like, hey, homie, this is a tournament. Here's the list. Have at it. And I definitely appreciate that stuff. So thank you again. This video felt like a mess. It feels like it should have been more. Whatever. Love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time.